Hello, and welcome to the Wayback Chronicles podcast. My name is Keith Abbott, and I'm here with my lifelong friends, Steve McKelkey and Noel Kirsch. In the Wayback Chronicles, we discuss the greatest events that have happened from 1970 to the present.
And in this episode, we're going to be talking about the TV of 1998, and Steve is going to lead us through that. So, Steve, take it away.
Yeah, thanks, Noel. So, thinking back 25 years, guys, what if you were to guess, what are some of the TV shows that existed in your 25-year-old memory at that time?
Oh, man. Well,
I remember,
I don't know.
Dawson's Creek. That shows you who was running the TV in my house at the time.
No doubt. You talked about my remote last episode. I don't even want to hear it.
I know. We're married life, man. Yeah. I remember ER was still pretty active. Friends was also pretty active too back then.
Seinfeld, I would think, would be pretty.
Yes. Yep.
Still, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those are what's come to mind. I don't know.
Yeah.
How far off are we?
Well, I'll hit a few of them. So in 1998, so first of all, the season is 1998 to 1999. So TV does things a little weird. It's like, I don't know, like a school year calendar in a way. But,
Yeah.
So the number one ranked show in 1998 TV series was ER.
Oh, I should have known that.
So it had the largest rating at 17.8 share. Y'all mentioned this one as well. Friends was number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's funny. Ever since I've been married, I watch more Friends now than ever did when it was on, back in the day.
Yeah.
But it's actually, a hilarious show. And
It is.
I don't know why I didn't watch more of it, but really good. The next one is a favorite of mine, especially because I just love Cheers so much whenever it was in its prime. And number 3 was Frasier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I never fully watched that show. I've watched a couple of them and I loved it. And I don't know why I don't watch more, but I never got into it deeply,
Yeah. To me, that's a show that most represents or resembles my style of humor or what I think is funny. And I laugh nonstop when I watch that show. And,
really? The Frasier?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
His brother's name was Miles or something?
Niles.
Yeah.
Niles. Okay. And his dad had the old recliner and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. So number 4 is something that you sometimes forget to associate as a TV show, but it is. And it's Monday Night Football. So it was a 14.9 share. And followed by at number 5, a tie between two shows I don't remember ever hearing about, Veronica's Closet and Jessie. Mm-hmm. So it's an American sitcom television series created by Ira Ungerleider and starring Christine Applegate that ran on NBC from September 98 to May 2000. So
wow, I don't remember that one at all.
Yeah,
don't remember that at all. Just remember my kids watching the Hey Jesse.
Yeah, I remember that one too.
Disney Channel. Whatever.
Number 7 is out there forever. It's 60 Minutes, and I think it's still on to this day.
Yes, longest 60 minutes ever.
Yeah.
So it's Scott. What's his last name? The guy that's tech grad.
Scott Pelley.
Pelley.
Yeah. Scott Pelley. Yeah, that's right.
Does he still do it?
I don't know. I don't watch 60 Minutes.
Yeah, me either. Number 8 was Touched by an Angel. Never seen that one.
Really?
It's crazy. We found that on TV a couple of weeks ago and started watching it. It's amazing to think there's no way that would be on TV today. Mm-hmm. No way. It's just, it's super religious, very wholesome, Steve. But we were both watching it going, it's all about talking about God and angels and all of this stuff. I'm like, we need this today probably, but it would never
be made.
Yeah. It was a good show though.
Yeah. So number 9 was CBS Sunday Movie. So I guess that was on the Sunday night. I guess that still happens. I don't know. Whatever. Let's do a Sunday movie at 6 a.m.
Crack the code on that, Steve.
Yeah. I'm on to you, CBS.
Monday night.
Oh, man. my brain. Number 10, Home Improvement. For some reason I was thinking Home Improvement was off the air at this point, but glad to see they're still going strong.
Yeah, man, it's a great show.
Keith, I think you mentioned Seinfeld. Nowhere on this top 30 list. So
Really?
When they ended,
were they done by 98?
I thought.
And by the way, Dawson's Creek also not on here, Noel.
I'm not surprised.
So here, ironically, so the research department just showed me Seinfeld did come into play, but their last episode was the season before. So the finale ended on May 14th of 98. So actually
97,
it was probably it had 76 million viewers on its finale. So it was actually probably a big deal, but just not in this term, so to speak, of 98.
I remember watching that last episode. And it was. Yeah, I remember watching that last episode. It was one of those letdowns,
but big time. It's such a shame.
It's awful. So weird. Yeah, James Vanderbeek, Katie Holmes was in Dawson's Creek, and some other Josh, forgot the guy's last name, but anyway, they're pretty bigger actors now than back then. I think that was probably their debut in TV land, maybe. I don't know, but
I actually had never seen that, and the girls binge watched it over the summer, and I watched it. It was actually pretty good.
It's not bad. Really good. I hated it, but we watched a lot of episodes.
Yeah. I wouldn't go watch it by myself, but when I'm forced with my toothpicks on my eyes to watch things with girls, that was the less painful of the ones that I've seen.
Yeah.
It was either that or vampires, Dawson's Creek for the win. Okay.
There you go.
So.
Look, I'm not going to go through this entire top 30 list, but some others that were out there that somewhat memorable is, Law and Order was still cranking at the time. 2020 was out there. Dateline NBC.
Mm-hmm.
The CBS Tuesday movie, which was on Tuesday nights, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
And by the way, like one of the best TV shows of all time, and also one of like the worst written shows ever was Walker, Texas Ranger.
Oh
man. But man, just you would groan how bad it was, but Walker.
That was one of those. I could guarantee you, if you went into any one of your grandparents' house in the United States, that was playing.
Yep.
Every time.
Chuck Norris, man.
Chuck Norris. Dude's a legend.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, going through random TV facts. So you remember the old Wide World of Sports show on ABC?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, they canceled it after 37 years. Jim McKay, of course, who was the voice of that intro to the Wide World of Sports. He made the announcement, and I remember a lot of people being upset about Wide World of Sports going away. But if all they show was downhill skiing
crashes
and crashes, that gets old after so long.
That's true.
Yeah.
Do you talk about shows that was on every like grandparents' TV? Every time I went to go see my grandmother, it was like Hee Haw. I think I talked about that in one of the previous episodes. Murder, She Wrote, and Golden Girls.
And Matlock.
Yeah, Matlock. Yeah. I have no idea. Like, I think all of our grandparents had like the same TV package or something. There were like 4 channels back in the day too. So that might have had something to do with it. But
yeah, right.
They had one of those like gigantic, wooden cabinet TVs that weighs like 75,000 pounds. It's probably still there in the house, but
and there's definitely a dent in the concrete from where it sat anyway. Even if the TV's gone.
Of that, I'm convinced they had to like build that TV in the house. It came in a kit or something,
right? Or at least built the house around it.
Yeah, that's right. Pour the foundation, put the TV in. Now build the walls.
Yeah, now build the walls.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I ever told you the story, but my first student desk was made out of an old console TV like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, what? My dad, my dad saw that I needed a desk. They had this old TV they moved out to the garage because it was the picture kept on going out on it.
Yeah.
So my dad gutted it out. It was wood. It was solid wood on the exterior, had these legs on it. So he gutted it out, cut it out the bottom, and then put drawers on the left-hand side.
It's brilliant.
And it was awesome.
That is brilliant.
It was super heavy with the TV in it. Without it was still pretty heavy. And it was a 2-man lift for sure.
That's before the YouTube days. You could like pull up YouTube and like how do you convert a TV?
Yeah.
That's pretty. That takes
he could have been the first Pinterest post. You never know.
The initial dad hack.
So,
Dad McKelkey's first account, like on Pinterest. There's one post. There you go.
Pretty stinking impressive, actually.
I know he listens to us from time to time, so I'm sure he'll be thrilled to hear us talking about that.
That's
pretty cool.
Totally cool.
Very, very impressed.
Yeah. So speaking of shows that are often on our grandparents' TV is Wheel of Fortune.
Oh yeah.
And so in 1998, a wanted child molester named Matthew Fenwick appeared as a contestant on the game show, and he won $4,400. And at the time of the episode's airing, Matthew was on the run after being accused of molesting two underage girls aged 8 and 10. Who discovered Matthew on the game show after a warrant was issued for him in 1997 by the police. So I guess he outed himself by being on that show. And oops. And then another one on your grandparents' TV, no doubt was Price is Right.
Oh man.
Yeah, of course, back then Bob Barker was still cranking away on the Price is Right. And in 1998, they released their 5,000th episode in the month of April.
Wow.
So, that's pretty crazy. And it's still going on. Every now and then I'll watch with Drew Carey on there. I remember when he first started doing that show, it was super awkward.
Yeah.
And you could tell he was super nervous during it.
Yeah.
He's a natural at it now. Just does a really good job. So,
those are talking about some big shoes to fill, man. That's just impossible. It's like Alex Trebek's shoes, trying to get filled too by Ken Jennings, I think, is doing it now. But anyway,
that's crazy.
So Keith, you mentioned in the research department just handed me a note. 76.3 million people tuned into the finale of Seinfeld on May 14th of 1998. So,
jeez.
So in August of 98, KATH-LP in Juneau, Alaska, my former place of residence of years ago, signed on the air as an NBC affiliate. Nice. And I was trying to think, did they actually still have that NBC affiliate when I was there? And I don't remember. I don't think I ever watched local TV there.
Right. Satellite for you or cable.
Yeah. Anyway, so really just sort of wrapping up, Hollywood Squares came back in syndication that year. Tom Bergeron was the host of it. If you remember
Hollywood Squares was a good show. They always had like one or two like really wacko, crazy people that were always in a square.
Yeah.
I'm like, is this what these people do for a living? Like, is this
got to be at that point?
Yeah.
I just remember that was like Phyllis Diller had her own chair.
Yeah.
And Rich Little.
Yeah. Rich Little was always on too. Like fixtures on that show. I'm like, gosh, this is supposed to be like a rotating thing, right? Where you get new people, but they'll never notice.
Phyllis Diller for the block.
Yeah.
In October, Price is Right. You remember the game Plinko?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Well, they increased the middle slot to $10,000.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Yeah, 2,000, making the top prize. So if you get all your 5 chips, you get a total $50,000 in the middle. So
how about that?
We got money back then.
Yep. Remember that and the little guy that went up the ladder thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Love that didn't even fall off.
So also this year, Love Connection came back and the Match Game also came back, which is cool.
2 and 2.
Yep.
2
yep.
and 2.
And guys, that's it. I don't think we watched just a ton of TV in 1998. We were all pretty much, working all day and then trying to figure out what we're supposed to do with the rest of our day. So
it's interesting. You kind of start thinking that this has to be around the transition that we're starting to see a lot more cable shows coming in. Like I'm trying to think, or maybe it was just my timing, just starting to have kids and stuff where we were transitioning over to some of the Disney Channel things instead of these, but like, I don't remember much after this time just watching, other than sports, maybe the ABC, NBC, CBS's, you know, just, did you all, I mean, like, can you think in the 2000s, did you watch that regularly?
No, not really.
So it just seems like this is like the last big hurrah for some of those, maybe.
Yeah. You know, speaking of, you know, networks, so there was actually several new networks that launched. Some big names like BBC America launched in '98. Lifetime Movie Network launched. Discovery Health Channel, which now is a whole different Discovery, you know, channel than was back then.
The Lifetime channel, huh?
I think VH1 also launched this year.
Okay.
Yeah, looks like it. And the History Channel also launched this year. So wow.
Yeah, quite a, like I say, it's starting to transition over to a lot of cable.
Yeah. Specialty channels.
Specialty channels.
Man, when the History Channel launched, I think my stepdad found the remote. It never got off the History Channel. I mean, I learned so much history after the History Channel came out when my stepdad was, I mean, it's like, that's the only channel that should be on TV from then on.
Yeah.
He learned a lot about Milwaukee during that time.
Milwaukee. Man, and yeah, it's insane how much history my stepdad knows already. I'm like, why are you watching? You already know all this stuff,
right?
Fact checking.
Yeah,
just reaffirming.
Yeah, I mean, like this show would end, and then he would tell you the rest of the story. You know, actually, the generals didn't know very much about the lieutenants back then, and then they started attacking, and then the next thing you know, the Parliament passed the 14th Amendment, and then that was, you know, it was like he'd go on. I'm like, my interest level was pretty small, and now you're telling me more than I don't want to know. I don't know. But
I want to know less than what you're telling me.
It's just amazing how much like people that are really into history can like retain about a topic. But
yeah,
it's pretty fascinating.
Yep.
So hey, good rundown, Steve.
Yeah, you bet. So that is it at 1998 TV.
Good stuff. So I guess coming up next, well, don't forget, we've always got the Pick 5 challenges every week. So stay tuned for those, and also follow our Facebook page so you can participate and join in with us. We've had over 55 to 60 people of recent, right, Steve? So we've got a good group.
Yeah, 62, I think, this past week. So that was our best turnout. So
awesome.
Super happy about that.
Awesome.
Not bad at all.
Right. Thanks to all of those who are playing. We'll continue to do those. And up next, we'll have pop culture. We'll have music of 1998. And the next couple of episodes, we also have a couple of special episodes that we've mentioned before that will be coming into play. And then we will start into, hard to believe, November and December and the holidays. So pretty wild.
Wow.
So we'll have some special things that we'll be introducing throughout the holiday season. And we'll go from there.
2023 has just flown by. I can't believe it's already.
I know. Can you believe like 2023 will be way back soon?
Oh, wow. Nice. Nice. I see what you did there.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't have to do that one time machine. So give us a couple of years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Very, very true. So, how we were talking about the Price is Right and Bob Barker, and at the end of every Price is Right show, you always like reminded everybody to get their dog spayed and neutered.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, what do you guys think about us saying, in the spirit of Bob Barker, this is the Wayback Chronicle podcast crew reminding you to schedule your colonoscopy. Together, we could defeat colon cancer.
I like it. Fair enough.
Current event for Noel.
That's right.
Yes. Oh,
yes. Taste that thing.
Congratulations on your recent overdose there.
Gosh. Yeah. It's insane. Like, you go through your whole life. You're like, my doctor gives me a prescription and I follow the directions from the doctor. And then you get this thing and it's like 14 doses and your doctor's telling you to take all of them in like 20 minutes. You're like, well, I don't even know what's right or wrong anymore,
Right.
That was wrong.
I was going to say that was definitely wrong.
That was definitely wrong.
Oh, man. That's bad. So, yeah, definitely make sure you get your colonoscopies, everybody.
figured our audience is probably of the age that needs to be reminded to do that.
If they're not, they're lying to themselves.
Exactly are.
That's right.
Exactly are. So,
all right, everybody. We prolonged the goodbye. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Wayback Chronicles. All shows are written and produced by Noel, Keith, and Steve. Massive thanks to those who made these memories possible for us through the years. All songs, sounds, and effects have been attributed in the comments section and through links listed on waybackchronicles.podbean.com. We look forward to taking you way back again in the very near future.